up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
The mic, boys, 47. Check, 47.
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Shoot.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
15.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
They're running it.
Now Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So Stephon Diggs, touchdown Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down. Mike 18 Gator. This one.
Coming.
Greystone travel. Greystone travel.
Creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam.
And go.
On 1st and 10, Love. Oh, he's going to air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch up.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Lead dribble.
They run again on 1st down. Cook stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic.
Now Cook running right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
It's a gain of 6. And the Vikings 1st down.
They're going to look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
There defensively.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bring it.
5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I see you, boy. I see you.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Ready?
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Snap.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And an alley to run. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Baby, let's go. Get excited.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Coming. Minnesota.
Get it.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Love. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Alert, flare, alert. 80 weapons.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara. 54 yards. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
To throw on 2nd down, Love. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Let's go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go.
They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Here we go.
90. Wall.
Ricky.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Exit. 51. Ready.
On 1st down, Love. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Charlie. On the ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Ready, go.
Throwing again. Love.
Pick it up.
And this will be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 54.
From the gun, Love. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The run on 1st down gets him a couple up to the 27. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. Let's go.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Come on, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Fire.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Down. 18 Gator. 5-4. In yo. H3, 2, and 10. Go.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Vikings take over.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Get it.
They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Looking to throw. Love. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's get this. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey,
Operating from the gun. Love. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Good work, boys.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Love. He's able to find Wallace. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On the ground, Kamara. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Into the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
No chance. What? 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomb, ready, go.
From the gun, Love. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 3rd down. Love. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
51's the mic. Oh, yeah.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for a score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Fresno.
They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent...
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 75 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
We're going to work.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll set up a throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Hendrickson providing a little deja vu, back-to-back long. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 80 weapon. 80. Go.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. On 3rd down, Love. It's caught, Smith, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on the pickup of 13.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and an alley to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Murray. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, Kamara. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
That's how you score on them.
A 21-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
8 read.
47's the mic.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Get it. Looking to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
Come on, set.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads would be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Push him back.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Double up, 50. Plant. Double up.
To throw on second down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Kendricks able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Chopper. Let's go. Get it.
Throwing on third and long. Love. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be taken at the 13. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Crunch time, defense. Check, 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 check.
At the 46-yard line.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. No. Off.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Come.
Recon, 132 fight.
Watch that.
Ready, go.
They run it again with Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away.
And now here is another interception. P.J. Williams with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
61. Matchbox, right.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the screen.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Ready. 42. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, that early vote. All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night is... All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. They're going to need some therapy after this.
They go play action here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 54. Hey, we heavy on the edges, Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully.
Here we go.
Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
11. Hey, alert! Alert!
On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo. He's got a man, complete, the 30, 10, touchdown Titans. A.J. Brown, 93 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate. But the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things out.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They'll try the right side with Henry. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
58, right there. He's scared.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Complete, Smith has it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
180!
Shift!
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Here we go.
So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
Watch the edge.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it third and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Black! Go!
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 180!
And let's get this. Kill.
21.
Undercrush.
11. 12.
Alert 3. Bang.
Here's Henry. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch run.
Ready.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Check three.
Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
A good pickup there at 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Titans 10, Colts 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Titans take over first and 10.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, man, let's go.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go.
So
Here
the
we go.
opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch the slant.
Check Nick. Nick.
Watch twin.
Derrick
Slam,
Henry.
slam.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. Here we
And
go.
it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here I come again. Here I
A
come
shotgun
again.
snap for Garoppolo. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Let's go.
17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really
11,
does, and the
11.
best part about that play for
Watch tight
him,
end, watch tight end.
I don't think
Tight
that was his
right, tight
primary
right.
target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the
Foxtrot,
read,
Foxtrot.
figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
After
here
the
we go.
pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Two.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this will be caught by Brown. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, one thing's
Here we
for
go.
sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game.
Here we go, here we
Change
go.
your timing, change your location.
What
So
we got?
sometimes you're
What we
up on
got?
him, sometimes you're back.
Switch.
Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Colts 25-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
21. Here we go.
Jim.
58, boy.
58, Mike. Big
Garoppolo.
stop, Pete. Big stop. Let's go.
Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee
Let's go.
touchdown.
Touchdowns, baby. Let's go.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
They can't hang with us. Shift.
Check Sam. On. Gone.
Check 50.
Sam, go.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Get out the field, defense. Shift.
Back to throw here. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
I'm coming after you.
On second down, here's Henry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Get him, boys.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Here we go.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
21.
He's crashing.
They'll run with Henry. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, watch edge.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Deuce. Watch out. Watch out.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
We're going to work.
At their own 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Here we go,
Garoppolo now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
21.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Henry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey,
Here we go. 180.
50, Mike's 50. Oh, get him.
12.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Go, baby, let's go.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready, go.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
6 man.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll set up a throw. Got an open man, that's Campbell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
And a Colts first down.
Come on, set. 10 Tucson.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Ready, go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming for you, son.
Garoppolo now. He completes it to Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Garoppolo, 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
13. 13. We had.
Alert, flare, alert.
Hey, Delta.
Flare.
My man.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Get off the train tracks.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. This is Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
SOS.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And an alley to run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Complete to Corey Davis. 1st and goal.
Here we go. 180.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to pour it on. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Jackson. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10.
Shift.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got a man, it's Brown. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead will swell by one more.
Makes the score Titans 44, Colts 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They run again with Hines. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Echo.
58, boys, 58.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He finds an opening past the 40. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, it's Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now it's Henry. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 24. Watch 24.
A give to Henry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Here we go, here we go.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
A first down carry for Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Let's go, fellas.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. And they will take a knee here. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Succop's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
Right there in the middle, 55. You must be dreaming.
Ready, go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis,